I'm just old. I don't speak Ruskin.
Okay.
Can't make appropriate.
Your napkin's there, trash can's there, water there.
Thanks. All right, man, whatever you got to do.
Welcome to episode 2 of Heated Questions at Arvada High School. Brought to you by CD's Wings on 88th and Wadsworth. Today we have Mr. Feeney.
How's it going, Edwin?
He's from our social studies department. Welcome to the show, Mr. Feeney.
Thanks for having me. All of you who voted for me.
Now, let's dig into these wings, Feeney.
All right.
All right, we're going to start up here with the triple X wing.
Okay.
I mean, if you're getting your towel ready, I'll get mine ready. Go ahead, pick the juiciest one you want.
I'm more of a drum guy. For the drums, not the flats.
Okay. I'm ready for
Do we
flat.
bite in and then the question, or is it question and then bite?
Well, we're going to pace through this. We're going to take a little bite, and then we're going to let that sink, and we're just going to get ready into these questions. Are you ready?
Hey, think it.
Tell me about your experience as a student in high school.
I was an okay student. I didn't like doing homework. I hated that, like, I would get home and my parents would work all day, and when they came home, they were, like, done with work.
Mm-hmm.
And then I still had, like, work to do. So I didn't make the best life choices, but I rarely did homework unless it was, like, really simple or I could finish it at school. So I don't know. I was like I probably should have been like an A, B student, and I was more like a C student.
I mean, I'm right there with you. I'm not really a fan of doing homework at home, but it has to get done.
Hey, I'll give you credit though, dude. Last semester or last school year, you flipped the switch, man. Like second semester last year, you showed up to tutoring and you went,
Yeah.
like, I'm not dealing with this crap anymore. Like I'm finished high school, I'm gonna do it the right way. So good on you, man. Like
Yeah.
Last year,
You were my tutoring coach, yeah? After school, coming to class.
Yeah, me and who was it, Miss Date? She the teacher that was there? I think so. Yeah, you could.
Yeah. I think you did help me a lot.
You kicked butt, dude.
You helped me a lot with getting myself back on track.
No, you helped you a lot getting back on track.
Thank you.
I just gave you snacks and helped out with a couple assignments.
How's that wing treating you?
These are pretty good, I'm not gonna lie.
You like the flavor to it?
It's not bad. It's got a spice to it, but these good wings. This is triple X.
Yep, that's triple X. That's the first one we're starting
I
off
haven't
with.
had that one before.
Now, I hear your birthday is on September 11th.
It sure is, buddy.
Do you think 9/11 is a conspiracy?
No. Like, well, I mean, if you know the definition of like people conspired and planned it. If you think it's like an American government conspiracy, no.
No?
No. That was a terrible event. It was my 10th birthday.
So you were turning 10?
Oh, yeah. 10th birthday.
What was your reaction to it when you heard it? When did you hear it?
So I was in 4th grade. My right arm was in a cast. It's classic me. They didn't really tell us at school, but like kids just started like disappearing all day. And I kind of wanted to like, I was 10, I like wanted to give out like birthday punches, just like have fun with the day. But like they didn't really tell us anything being in elementary school. And then I got home. And once I saw like my parents and my older sister, I was like, this is like a real, this is like a real sad one. Yeah. It didn't really sink in until next year, till 2002, when I was like, nice, my 11th birthday, we're gonna hang out, and I went in excited for like, to party, and everyone was just sad.
It was just such a.
He audibly sighed.
It was just such a tropper. Your birthday, and then everyone was just sad.
Well, like when it actually happened, like there was such a mix of emotions. Like people were angry and scared and like in disbelief, and then the next, like everyone was just sad, and I was like 11, being like, "Yo, like let's do some like 11-year-old birthday boy stuff." And no. So last birthday, September 11th, 2000.
Wow.
That's the last birthday we really had.
Sorry to hear that.
I don't think you are.
No. Now, we're going to dive a little deeper. Why did you choose to get into the military, and what was your role?
So I got into the military. I always wanted to serve. Like a lot of the men in my life served. My father's Vietnam vet. One of my grandfathers is a Korean War veteran. The other one's a World War II veteran. Like, it's just kind of...
Just goes down the bloodline?
Yeah, I just felt like a sense to really serve. I kind of went in earlier than I thought. I attempted college right out of high school, and it didn't go that well academically. But yeah, I went in. I signed up as a corpsman in the United States Navy, which is the equivalent of like an Army medic. In civilian terms, it's probably closer to a paramedic. I spent 4 of my 5 years attached to the Marines, and the other year was mostly training that I was doing. But it was fun. It was the best decision I ever made in my life, and I knew as soon as I signed on the dotted line to go in, I was getting out after my 5 years. I was doing my contract and splitting and getting.
Where were you deployed?
I ended up deployed into Syria eventually, but we started on a ship. We left California, and you just kind of float out there and wait for kind of things to happen. And suffice it to say, enough things happened that they put me and my platoon and a group of other Marines forward deployed into Syria to support some larger task force, so to speak.
Hold on.
No.
Can you put your mic up a little bit? Like just a little bit higher. Can we get the second one going? Trying to borrow one there.
What about you?
We did training there, but it wasn't. Y'all are more obsessed with just yelling that word at me in the hallway. Like it wasn't that fun of a time. It really had nothing to do with deployment. Like we were always going to train there near the Horn of Africa. You need trash?
I'm just wiping my...
Oh, okay.
I'm gonna eat this later.
No, you're not. It's the weirdest thing ever. Second wing?
All right.
All right, let's crack this open, man.
Ready?
Yeah.
Alrighty. Now we're gonna dive on to the second wing. Here we got... Are you ready for this name?
Sure.
Uncle Nasty.
Uncle Nasty. You gotta say it better. You gotta say Uncle Nasty.
Uncle Nasty. Okay.
These look like these kind of smell barbecue.
Alright. You know what? That's what I was thinking too.
I like it already.
Okay.
It just takes a whiff. Like he didn't believe it.
Alrighty.
Cheers.
No, that's really good.
Definitely like an initial barbecue. Definitely more tang than sweet. This heat better kick in after because I'm not really feeling anything at this
I
moment.
think the last one was a little bit hotter.
I think the last one was a lot of bit hotter. I'm also like waiting for this to like blow my socks off at this moment.
I'm thinking like it's about to come up after.
Yeah. I think it's
Alrighty.
gonna come up after. I think we're gonna be feeling pain in like 4 hours.
Alfini, we know you're from the Boston area.
Mm-hmm.
You think that Tom Brady, the greatest quarterback of all time,
Yep.
how does he compare to Patrick Mahomes and Trent Dilfer?
And Trent Dilfer?
Mm-hmm.
Like as a group or like am I comparing Brady
As, like, quarterbacks.
individually? Like am I comparing Brady to Mahomes and then comparing Brady to Dilfer? Or am I comparing to like Brady to the two careers combined?
I'd say like individually their career.
All right, well, Trent Dilfer, won a Super Bowl, but didn't really have the longevity. Never really had like the offensive performance that would really separate himself into like the echelon that Brady's in.
Oh no!
I thought you were about to two-hand drink out of that cup. Do one of these.
Sauce on my fingers.
Brady compared to Mahomes, I mean, they've played each other twice in the playoffs, and Brady won both times. So I think that's all you have to say.
That's all we have to say for that one.
For now, like Mahomes still has plenty of his career left. He might surpass Brady, but you have 2 head-to-head matchups, and it's 2-0 Brady on 2 separate teams. So
Okay.
go, Tom Brady. Tom friggin' Brady.
Tom Brady. Love to hear it. What was your most gruesome experience while serving in the military?
Gruesome? I don't know how appropriate my answer for most gruesome would be.
Obviously, a little bit school appropriate, but
Yeah, I mean, it was emergency medicine. So
I'm off the edge there. Go ahead.
we had trauma patients, and we dealt with them accordingly. I don't see a need to necessarily go into more detail with this to keep it school appropriate. But yeah, like foreign nationals, U.S. military, whether it was in the hospitals I worked at or forward deployed, like we had injuries and we took care of them.
Awesome.
Yeah. The heat's definitely kicking it. Like
I feel
it's
a
not
little
a
bit,
heavy heat, but like it's not going
it's there.
away.
It's there.
Yeah.
Alrighty.
There's like a bunch of little like fireworks going off in your mouth.
Yeah, I feel a little bit more on my lips.
Yeah.
That's where the sauce is getting me.
What question are we on?
We're on question 6.
Okay.
Now, tell me about the new medical pathway you're creating here at Arvada High School, and how did you get the funding for this?
All right, so the whole health science pathway. Ooh, definitely got the nose dribbles going right now. I just kind of fell into the pathway. Like, I was talking with Mr. Holt, and he kind of pointed out to me that like my experience in the service kind of qualifies me to teach health science like across the state of Colorado. So basically, put in my application, was approved almost immediately, and yeah, like like a lot of it, we just kind of fell into dumb luck. Like there was a grant that the district had, and a school had dropped out, and I kind of put my application in right as another school dropped out. So they reached out to us and saying, "Hey, do you want to open up this patient care tech program?" Yeah, dude, definitely feeling the sweats.
Yeah.
Jeez.
I'm seeing that little nose thing you're talking about.
Oh, for sure. Got to drink water. Can't drink milk. All right. The purpose is to feel the pain, and if you drink milk, ISIS wins. So you gotta go. Hey, that's
Okay.
Sam.
We're gonna do one more question before we dive into that last hot wing there.
Okay.
A student recently told you you were not very masculine.
Yeah.
How would you respond to this?
It was fourth period yesterday or Monday. So like, if this is next week, a week ago, if we're doing this in the timeline of when this airs, a student told me this last week. I asked the class if they think I do or do not have tattoos. A lot of the class answered no. I asked, why do you think I don't? They said, you don't look like the type of person that would have tattoos. And I went, what does that mean? What does the person that have tattoos have that I don't? And someone went, you're just not masculine. So
What was your initial thought to
There you go.
this?
I laughed. Yeah, I laughed in the class and just kind of was like, I was honestly trying to be like, okay, like most of the time students don't give an answer. They just say like, I don't know, mister, you just don't look like you have tattoos.
sugarcoating
And so
it.
like, I'm just trying to like get them, like, I'm like, you're not going to hurt my feelings. Just say it. And when a student said it that quickly, I was trying to like actually push the conversation. Like, what else? What other assumptions do you have with a guy that has tattoos? It was in our geography class talking about culture. So I was actually trying to push the conversation. And then when the rest of the class just kind of like cackled and it broke, I was like, okay, like we can enjoy the moment. Like it was a clean shot. I just got to eat it and just move forward.
Let it slide?
Yeah, if it's not let it slide. Like that's a good joke. Like or it was honesty and it landed like a good joke either way. Like at some point you just got to tip the hat and say, hey, you nailed it, kid.
All right. Ready?
Yeah, man. You ready? Y'all ready for this?
All right.
Sam made it seem like I was gonna like die of like internal bleeding or something.
Now, for this next one, just gonna let you know something about it.
Let me know something about it. All right.
On their menu, it does. Oh, I made a mess.
On whose menu? Give another shout out to our wonderful
CD's
sponsors.
Wings.
Yeah. There you go.
On CD's Wings menu,
Okay.
it does say made with ghost pepper.
Nice. I've ate one of those before.
What a dog. I haven't.
I've also been sprayed with OC spray, so good luck, buddy. Dibs on the drum.
Go ahead. I'm not taking that from you.
Not with that attitude. Eat and then question? All right, think it. Getting at this. We'll go right here.
Scared. I don't taste any heat.
It's definitely building. Its initial flavor is similar to Uncle Nasta's, but there's definitely more initial heat. It's still not like knocking me off the chair. It's hot. Like I'm not. By no means am I just like would I order this at a restaurant and sit down and have like a nice
Enjoy it.
Yeah, that ain't this. But like no, this isn't.
How was working in the medical field helped you understand your own humanity?
My own humanity. Dude,
Yeah.
what a well thought out question. It puts a lot into perspective. Like, especially emergency medicine, like you tend to see people, I don't necessarily want to say at their worst, but you see people when they need help the most. And it helps. Ooh, that one almost wrong piped, and that could have been a disaster. That would have been a disaster. It just helps you to either sympathize or empathize better. Like, you don't know what's going on in a person's life. You don't know how they got to your ER or to that situation, and you don't know what they're doing as soon as they leave the hospital.
It's just then, there, and now, would you say?
Yeah, emergency medicine, the priority is like, this person needs help now. Let's stabilize them and get them good so they can start like progressing forward in life. Yo, the heat is building, man. That one's for like it's going.
It was like almost like a timer. It's just starting to take a little more.
It's just like
Every second is starting to
it's
build.
just like it's snowballing. Like it started, you could see it at the top of the hill, and then you're getting down it, and you're like, okay, this is that's hot.
Yeah. We've heard that you've broken many bones in your body. During your time in the military, tell us about some of those experiences. What hurt the most?
I actually only broke my nose once in the military. Most of it happened prior to me going in at 22. I don't even remember what I did to break my nose in the service. I think it was something dumb. I think we were like cleaning weapons, and someone just like turned too fast, and like the butt stop of their their weapon just caught me in the face, and it wasn't even hard. But like when you break your nose enough times, like you could turn on like a medium-sized fan, and my nose will break. But in the service, no, there wasn't a lot of injuries. I've separated my shoulders a couple times. Sometimes those go in and out. Last year when I was working here, I was working out in the morning and like my shoulder popped out like doing pull-ups. Like that stuff happens, but no crazy broken bones. Most of that happened before my time in the service.
Okay. Now, our last question here. I did hear you bring up this earlier. During your military training, you're sprayed with OC/pepper spray.
Yeah.
How does this experiences compare to this?
This is nothing.
Nothing?
This is nothing compared to that was terrible. This doesn't even compare to when we had to do like training with our gas mask. They make you like go, and OC spray was worse than that because they make you like get sprayed and then do like an obstacle course, and yeah. But this isn't even like the practice of the gas mask. They make you like go in with your mask on, and they drop like these pellets. You basically just go into like this little shed.
Yeah.
And they like drop these pellets in. That's like tear gas. It's supposed to be an irritant, right? And the whole purpose of the training is to show that like you can properly don, put on, and doff, take off your mask, and like show that it works. That the canisters are actually functioning well.
So that what to do in that experience.
Right. Exactly. And so like you go in there, and they basically just put you in a circle, and you do like bunch of push-ups and sit like to a point where like you're breathing like just you're not crazy tired, but like you're not sitting here calm and comfy by any means.
Yeah,
and then they go, okay, they point at you to take your mask off, and then when they point at you, you take your mask off, and you're supposed to say like your name, rank, and some like military identification number, like something that takes like multiple sentences and multiple breaths that forces you to like breathe in And as soon as you do that, you're like, and like every fluid in your face just comes pouring out. You're crying, your nose is running, you're spitting up everything.
What did that pain feel like? Like burn?
Yeah,
What would you
it
say?
burns. It's not.
Sting?
It's not even like a pain. Like it's an irritant. Like the point of it is to like. The point of irritants in that situation is like you smell it or like you feel it in your eyes and it's like it's okay now go away. It's supposed to like disperse crowds as I spray all over the table here. It's supposed to like kind of like break up large crowds. And so like out in like the world where there's like wind, like you usually get a whiff and you're like, oh, and you just kind of like walk away and it's not bad. But like you're sitting in a shed like a hut.
You're forced to be in it.
Yeah, and so you're just kind of like you want to like be able to breathe in and breathe out cleanly and you can't. And so like if you don't get used to it or understand like medically what's going on, like I don't want to say a panic, but like you kind of start to like freak it, like your blood pressure kind of rises and then they're like, good, you did it right. Now put your mask back on, and you put it back on. You have to and like clear all the gas, the whatever irritant that's in there, clear it out of your mask. And then, you kind of breathe normally. But like
Carry on.
you walk out, you go outside and you feel better within like 5-10 minutes of going outside. But like the rest of the day, like it's on your uniform, you can like feel it on your hair. Like when you go and take a shower later that day, you'll go like this and you kind of like, you'll feel it in your eyes. Yeah, this is nothing like that. Don't get me wrong, CD's wings, great stuff. But, no, I don't think the U.S. military...
You've been trained for this.
The military at no point's going to be like, you know what, guys, we've been doing it all wrong. Let's just take them down to CD's wings and have them, no. Don't get me wrong, I'm not going to take this and rub it in my eyeballs for any means. And, like, I don't want any more, but I'll be a gentleman. I'll finish this one off for the camera.
I mean, that was our last question. Like,
Sweet.
to end this, let's go on.
What a mistake. It's going to hurt later.
Thank you, Bulldogs. This was Heated Questions, and we'll see you again.
Is that Fanny?
Thank you.